Welcome back, deep thinkers. If you're new here, welcome. Today, we are diving into the full, unabridged deep dive exploration of one of the most insidious cognitive biases that controls our daily interactions, the halo effect. This isn't just theory, this is how your social capital is silently being managed. At its core, the halo effect is a cognitive shortcut. It's when we observe one positive trait, say, someone's physical attractiveness or their polished presentation, and then assume they possess an entire constellation of other unrelated positive traits. Think of it like this: if someone smells expensive, if they look put together, if they have a polished aesthetic, we instantly assume they are successful. We bypass the need for evidence and just accept the conclusion. The danger here is that this bias allows people to bypass critical thinking entirely. It gives undeserved social capital based on superficial packaging, not actual merit. We need to understand that our brains are wired for efficiency, but sometimes, that efficiency comes at the cost of objective truth. The halo effect is a massive shortcut. So, how do we fight this deeply ingrained pattern? We have to force ourselves into a state of objective assessment. We need that disconfirmation challenge. The challenge is simple but difficult. When you evaluate someone, whether it's a colleague, a date, or a business partner, you must force yourself to find one specific flaw or inconsistency in every positive trait you observe. Let's break down an example. Say someone is incredibly charming and witty. That's a positive trait. The halo effect makes you think they must also be loyal, or they must be financially stable. The disconfirmation challenge forces you to ask, what evidence supports this positive trait, and what evidence contradicts it? You are actively seeking the inconsistency. This isn't about being cynical, it's about intellectual rigor. It's building a mental shield against instant, biased judgment calls that cost you time, money, and emotional peace. Think about professional settings. A highly attractive salesperson might be perceived as trustworthy and competent, even if their product is flawed or their ethics are questionable. The halo effect can also manifest in relationships. If someone is beautiful, we often assume they are equally emotionally available or nurturing, which isn't necessarily true. This bias makes us vulnerable to people who are skilled at presenting an idealized version of themselves, the polished facade that masks deeper inconsistencies. So, when you meet someone new, or even evaluate an idea, don't let the initial vibe dictate your entire conclusion. Treat every positive observation as a hypothesis that requires rigorous testing. The goal is to decouple traits. Your intelligence must be judged on your arguments, not your wardrobe. Your kindness must be proven by consistent action, not just a nice smile. This requires a shift in mindset. You must move from judgment to curiosity. Instead of thinking, they must be good at X, ask, how did they develop the skill for X? Mastery of the halo effect is not about being negative, it's about being precise. It's about seeing the full spectrum of human complexity. Let's apply this to consumerism. A store might use beautiful packaging or an attractive salesperson, that halo, to make you assume the product is high quality, even if it's overpriced junk. You must ask, what evidence supports the value, independent of how pretty the packaging or the person selling it is? This is critical for your wallet and your self-worth. In negotiation, this is huge. A polished, confident negotiator might make you assume they are always telling the truth or that their offer is unbeatable, simply because of their demeanor. Remember, the halo effect is not a moral failing, it's a cognitive default setting. But like any default setting, you can learn to override it. The more you practice the disconfirmation challenge, the more you force yourself to find flaws in positive assumptions, the stronger your objective assessment muscle becomes. This skill translates into every area of your life. It improves your friendships, your career decisions, and most importantly, how you treat yourself by recognizing when you are unfairly judging your own worth. Don't just accept the surface shine. Dig deep. Look for the inconsistencies. That is where the truth, and your freedom lies. We are building more than just awareness, we are building immunity. Immunity against the subtle psychological traps that keep us operating on autopilot judgment. Next time you feel that instant vibe check, that gut feeling of immediate judgment based on appearance or polish, pause. Force the question, what evidence do I actually have? This is the ultimate skill of intellectual independence. It allows you to build relationships and make decisions based on verifiable reality, not flattering assumptions. Keep practicing the disconfirmation challenge. It will feel uncomfortable at first because your brain prefers the easy answer. But that discomfort is where real growth happens. Understanding the halo effect is your first step toward becoming an objective observer of human nature. It's a powerful tool for self-mastery. If this deep dive helped you rewire how you see people, hit that like button. And subscribe for the next bias we dismantle.